I was going to go live tonight and go on X and react to all the tweets. You know, you got the Kyrgyzstan war amongst us. But instead, man, I'm just going to put together a little video. We're going to go through a couple of these tweets, man, and just talk about it. Some news. I mean, you could take it for what it is, take it, leave it. You know, this right here is speculation BS season. We all know that. You know, it's he say, she say. Kirk searching for homes in Atlanta. He's out here calling Kyle Pitts to ask him if he can get number 8. We found out that was cap. You know what I mean? I never fell for that anyways. But again, man, we're going to go through some tweets, man. Just a short video, something fun. We can talk about it. Y'all drop it down in the comments how you feel about these topics, man. But let's get right into it, man. According to Pro Football Talk, we have if Kirk Cousins moves on from the Vikings, it will have no impact on Justin Jefferson signing a long-term deal with the Vikings. I feel like that's not news. Honestly, like we talked about this before. I mean, listen, Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the NFL, okay? Now, you can feel how you want to feel, but the facts going to be the facts. The numbers are there, all right? And the truth is this. He's not going to doubt his talent because of a quarterback as far as like, and he said it out of his own mouth, all right? It doesn't matter who's throwing me the ball. I'm going to catch it. Just put it in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that's good about J.J. McCarthy too. Like, first of all, J.J. McCarthy is very accurate, but Roman Wilson had to make a lot of plays, and he did that. You know what I mean? And Roman Wilson is not even half of what Justin Jefferson is. So imagine that. You know what I mean? I just want to throw that out there. Imagine that, bruh. J.J. McCarthy with Justin Jefferson, bro. Think about it. All right, man. We're going to get more into J.J. here on one of these tweets, man. I just screenshotted a couple of them. All right, here we go from Vikings Fan Page. Shout out to them. 6 executives were asked at the Combine who they thought would go number 2 overall to the Commanders, and they all said Jaden Daniels over Drake May per The Athletic. I think people struggle with May's mechanics. A lot of people look at Drake May as a dream fit, and I didn't hit more because we going to see, man. You can go look at that. A dream fit for the who? For the who, man? You already know, man. The Vikings, bro. Like, listen, people want Drake May on the Vikings, and I'm not going to be mad again. I've said this over and over again. I wouldn't be mad if we got Drake May. Obviously, he's touted as one of the top quarterbacks in this draft. Whether you have him number 2 or you have him number 3, it doesn't matter. He's still one of the top quarterbacks. I get Mac Jones bust type vibes off of him more than any of the other quarterbacks. You know what I mean? As far as the top 5 quarterbacks or 4 quarterbacks, he gives me the biggest bust factor, and I still feel that way. There's just something there, man. When I watch the film, it's like, I don't know, man. It's not as exciting. You know what I'm saying? But again, if we get him, we ride him, man. It's Mayday. You hear me? So I'll rock with it. But Jaden Daniels, there is a possibility that he goes too. I could see that happening just because of not only can he run, bro. Like, the man actually has a fire pocket game. You know what I'm saying? Like, the one knock that people talk about Jaden Daniels is he takes hits. Bruh, you can sit a man down in the office and tell him that and fix that problem. That is not a problem that you're going to have to coach out of him. That is something that you just have a conversation and say, bro, look, just be a little safer. I think he has the awareness. You could tell by the way he runs, he has good awareness. So he should, once he gets to the next level, it should be easy to correct that awareness as far as not taking big hits in the NFL, especially after he takes the first one. He ain't going to want to take any more anyways. You know what I mean? So let's get to that. Shout out to Purple Persuasion. Now, this is from Chris Sims, though. He said, according to Chris Sims, here is his top 6 QB prospects in this year's draft class. So he has Caleb Williams, number 1, which is obvious. Jaden Daniels, number 2. Then he has Bo Nix, number 3. Michael Penix, number 4. J.J. McCarthy, number 5. And Drake May, number 6. So a lot of people are down on Drake May right now, bro. I've been seeing it over and over again the past couple days where just the tides have shifted. You hear me? I don't agree with his list that much as far as Bo Nix being over Michael Penix and J.J. McCarthy. To me, that's cap. I don't know. And Chris Sims, he barely gets this shit right. Remember this. Just keep this in mind. Chris Sims said that Kellen Mond was one of the best quarterbacks in that draft class when we drafted him. And Kellen Mond is now getting offers from the UF Avail. Okay, so let that sink in. So you could take this with what you want. I mean, the first 2 are obvious picks, you know what I mean? But again, once you start listening to Chris Sims, you ain't going to get too far, all right? Then we got reports from ML Football. He said to trade for Chiefs L'Jarius Sneed, it would cost a second-round pick and a contract north of $20 million per year. Now, we know we need another DB. All right. We definitely need another defensive back. I think that is definitely a need. I don't think it's a need you need to go to particularly in the draft. I do believe you need to go in free agency and get the guy, because I feel like you need a guy who already has some, Salt Bay on him, some seasoning on him. You know what I'm saying? So I would be okay with this. Now, $20 million, I don't know, man. I haven't really looked at cornerback salaries and how much they're really getting paid right now. He is a dog, but again, I don't know if I think I like Xavier and Howard a little better, to keep it real, just because of the camaraderie there and the familiarity with Brian Flores. So maybe do that instead. But hey, if we go after, we definitely need to be calling. All right, Kwesi needs to be calling facts. Call, see what's going on, check the temperature, and if you can get him in the building for a reasonable deal, get him in the building. All right, get him in the building. All right, then we got JPA Football. He said, teams interested in trading up for J.J. McCarthy believe they will have to jump the Vikings to get him, a source told them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to know why? Because J.J. is linked to the Minnesota Vikings, bro. Like, listen, Kevin O'Connell loves J.J. McCarthy. They went and watched a couple of his games last season with Kwesi. They had a relationship with Jim Harbaugh, to be real. Even though Jim Harbaugh didn't get the job for us, they still kept a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And Jim Harbaugh raves about J.J. McCarthy, and he's trustworthy. You're going to trust a guy that has a track record like Jim Harbaugh. You're going to trust what he says. If he says that this kid is this, that, and the third, they're going to believe him. That's going to hold a lot of weight. And the film speaks for itself. You know what I mean? So J.J. McCarthy to the Vikings is going to happen. If the Vikings don't trade up and he falls, bro, which I don't think he's going to fall to 11, we're probably going to have to move up. Maybe we can do a deal with the Chargers and get up to number 5. That would be an awesome thing, because there is a relationship there. You know what I mean? I don't know how Jim feels about the Vikings organization as far as not hiring him. Maybe that'd be something he holds grudges with, but I don't believe so. I think it's more of the person-to-person relationship, and I think they can get something done there. All right, and then we got Score North. They said the Atlanta Falcons are the betting favorites to land Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins. All right, so minus 225 for the Falcons, plus 150 for the Vikings. That's crazy, right? So like Vegas done. The books are moving, bro. Kirk Cousins going to be a Falcon. You hear me? It's coming, dog. I feel it. I just don't. I'll do this before we go. I'll say this. I feel like if you believed in Kirk Cousins and you believed that he would be your quarterback for, and I'm talking last season, and you felt like he would be your quarterback for the far future, you would have got a deal done last season. You didn't, because you knew that there was a possibility that this draft class this year was going to be packed, and you wanted to leave your options open. That's what Kwesi did, and I'm glad he did it, because it's turning out to be exactly what he believed. All right, it's tracking that way. This draft class is stacked. Go get your guy. Kirk's going to be an Atlanta Falcon. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.